Okay, so for word problems, what's the first thing you think you want to write down? You can do that. I'm going to focus on splitting it into two pieces. The first thing I think you should write down is, what are you trying to find? And the reason I start with that is because that drives how you're even going to write down the rest of the information, right? Depending on the kind of problem it is, you're going to treat the rest of the words in a different way. So you're going to write down first what you're trying to find, and then all of your givens. Givens are any numbers, any geometries, if there's a particular picture you need to draw, anything like that. And then you need to think about what is the equation that relates what you're trying to find to the givens. So start with what you're trying to find, write down everything else, and then figure out how do they get connected. Do the calculus. And then do your final computation. Are you done at that point?
No.
No. Word problem,
Answer the question.
word answer. Word problem, word answer. Okay, so you need to have, and a word answer then at minimum needs to include units. Dollars, minutes, dollars per item, something. You have to have some sort of units. Okay, so let's do an example. These are similar to ones that you're going to do for the assignment. So I'm on page 47. Oh, and I should, this is a, oh, so page 47, number 64. I'm going to read it to you because it's actually a pretty short one. A plant can manufacture 80 golf clubs per day for a total daily cost of $76.47. I'm reading the wrong one. Let me try again. A plant can manufacture 50 tennis rackets per day for a total cost of $38.55 and 60 tennis rackets per day for a total cost of $42.45. Assuming daily costs and everything is linear related, find the total daily cost of producing X tennis rackets. So what are we trying to find?
Daily cost.
Total cost. And so all of those, yeah, so total cost. Just write that. Trying to find total cost. And what else did it say? It said, assuming cost and production are linearly related. So I'm trying to find a total cost equation, and what do I expect it to look like? What does linearly related mean?
A line.
A line. So I'm actually looking for the equation of a line that's about cost. Okay, so now let's write down what I know. So I'm going to write down the other information. So we have, right, so 50 tennis rackets per day, total cost of $38.55. We need to put variables on that. So 50 tennis rackets, what variable is that? Cost we call C of X. So X is always the number of items, and C is the cost. So 50 tennis rackets, X equals 50. The cost was equal to $38.55. 60 tennis rackets, $42.45. Okay. Trying to find the equation of a line. Do I have enough information to get the equation of a line?
Mm-hmm.
These are really an ordered pair. Do you agree that's true? If I wanted, so I've got sort of C versus X. So I could write this as 50, 38.55, and 60, 42.45. Two pairs of points. Two pairs. One pair of points. 2 points. So can I find an equation of a line for 2 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how do I do that?
Y is over X.
Yeah, so what's the first, so I have 2 points and I want to find the equation of a line between them. I need to find the slope. And so this is where the equation you're trying to find, what's the equation that relates these? You're trying to find the cost, and you know that its form is going to be mx plus b, right? That's the equation of a line. So this is the equation. You're looking for an equation of a line, and now I've got these points. So now I can find m. How do I find m?
Only two
Changing
balls,
y's.
each
over change in x's. I'm calling these y's, they're also capital C, but is everyone okay with kind of thinking back and forth that way? So 4245 minus 3855 all over 60 minus 50. We're doing it in our heads. 390 over 10?
Mm-hmm.
So the slope is 39. So I know my slope, now I need to find b. Two ways to do that. The old y equals mx plus b form, or the way that I like to do it, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Do I have enough information to use the point slope form? Yes, I have a point, I can pick either one, and I have a slope. Which point should I pick? Whichever the easiest one is. So if one of these had a 0, I would pick that. I always just pick the easiest point. So I guess I'll just go with the first one. So y minus 3855. I'm going to plug in my slope, 39. X minus the x point. So remember, if you're trying to find the equation of a line between 2 points, find the slope first, and then drop everything into here and just solve. So y equals 39x. I usually try to do things in my head, but maybe not this time. 50 being
1950.
Yeah, plus the 3855, so minus 1950. I'm multiplying this out, and now I'm going to add the 3855 from the other side. So y equals 39x plus
1905.
1905. I've got a y here. What do I really want to have here? C of x, because I'm trying to find a cost equation. So my final answer, I've been asked to find the can I help you?
Hey, is this pre-calculus?
No.
It's
But it might start.
E305?
Yes, but it's only 9:14, so you got another minute
Oh.
before we're done here, so yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, so your final answer would be C of x equals 39x plus 1905. Okay? So, this is a word problem, but in actuality, once you get it set up to here, the math part gets pretty easy. So that's true of most word problems. If you can figure out what you're trying to find and what you have given, once you get into the problem solving part, this part is usually pretty straightforward. Let me read one last problem. I know I have one more minute, I'm going to use it. Get your money's worth today. All right, so number 58. A company manufacturing surfboards has fixed costs of $300 per day and total cost $5,100 for 20 boards. Fixed cost $300 per day, total cost $5,100 for 20 boards. The same thing, find the equation. So one thing we did not define over here, what is fixed cost?
I mean, it stays consistent.
Yeah, so if I'm looking at this, fixed cost, that's going to be B. Your y-intercept is your fixed cost, because it doesn't matter what this is fixed at 300. So when you see the word fixed cost, you know that's automatically your y-intercept for your line. And so in this case, now I know my y-intercept, and I've got a point. Can I find the slope? Yeah, you can just plug in whatever you have left and find the slope. Okay? So don't let the word problems scare you. There will be word problems in every assignment. Do not skip them.
So is that the answer there? Is the
This
word
is the
answer
one-
and then units?
Oh, and there aren't any units for this because it's an equation.
Okay.
Yeah, parking in units here, but there's not, this just said find the equation of y. Yes.
So that number 58 is good with me.
That was on, this one was on page 72. All assignments, please, just as you walk in would be preferable, but right now, you drop everything on the stack.